Alright, we're underway with another Molten Core on Titan Reforge. I can't put this game down. Titan Reforge just is looking to be the best version of WoW right now. Super stoked, playing on my Death Knight again. And we're playing with the same group I played with yesterday on my main rogue, which is some serious pumper players. Some, like, really, you know, highest performance Molten Core group I've played with. This is now the second time I'm playing with them. But, you know, I'm on my Frost Death Knight. That's one of my alts. I don't know that class as well as I know Rogue, and I'm not as geared as my main Rogue was, so I don't think I will keep up in damage in this raid, but we'll see how it goes. Really hoping to see a Brutality Blade drop from Garr would be a big weapon upgrade for me. And then we're looking for Shoulder tier token, Chest tier token, Boot tier, Onslaught, Girdle, Flame Guard, Gauntlets would all be good items, and definitely Quick Strike Ring, if that drops, that would be a hype item to try to get. Yeah, and, you know, we're just blasting Frost Death Knight, you know, having fun. If you're watching on YouTube and you want to skip ahead to any particular part of the video, there'll be timestamps in the video description, and also, if you're curious about, you know, Titan Reforge WoW, you know, the Chinese WoW servers, there's also a link in the video description about how to play Titan Reforge as a foreigner. You can access this. It's a bit of extra effort, but frankly, I've been having a lot of fun, you know, extra hassle, but in my opinion, worth it. You know, this version seems sweet. I mean, just yesterday, they announced some, like, crazy overhaul of Subtlety Rogues, making Subtlety Rogue into, like, a good raiding build. They remade Beastmaster Hunter. They did a bunch of changes to make Two-Handed Enhancement Shaman viable. They made a bunch of buffs to Arms Warrior, too. They've been going through, I think the goal is to try to make all specializations viable in the raids. And, you know, if you don't even know what Titan Reforge is, I can tell you that, too. Titan Reforge is, you know, based on Wrath of the Lich King, so we've got level 80 characters, we've got Death Knights, obviously. I'm on my Death Knight right here. And the main shtick, the main thing, is that they took all the raids from Vanilla and Burning Crusade and Wrath of the Lich King, and they scaled them all up to be level 80 raids for 25 players. And then they redesigned all the loot to be relevant for level 80 players. So we're level 80 right now with, like, mostly Wrath of the Lich King talents and builds, doing Molten Core, getting relevant loot. And then we're going to go to Serpent Shrine Cavern next, and have a level 80 Serpent Shrine Cavern in Tempest Keep. It seems super cool, and you know, it's in the early days of the server, just phase 1, you know, so there's a lot more to have happen. But that's basically what we're doing today. Pumping, trying to get some loot, trying to blast some damage, see if we can keep up in this raid on this slightly weaker character, and hope you guys enjoy the raid. I'm stoked. I'm excited. I'm gonna have fun, I think. Unless things go terribly wrong, it could not be fun, but usually if things go terribly wrong, it's at least funny, you know. Restorian says, feel like they're using this to test for Classic Plus along with SOD. Yeah, that could be. I mean, I would expect that, you know, anything they're doing for Classic Plus is gonna be, like, you know, influenced by every project they did before it, right? Like, that's just like, yeah, of course, all the projects that came before it are gonna influence their decisions for Classic Plus. Okay. We have a bit of a opening sequence to run through here. If they do a pull timer, which I think they'll do a pull timer. Not every group I've been in does pull timers, but I'm pretty sure this one does. We'll do an Army of the Dead prior to the pull starting. See, we're not on voice comms with them because the voice comms would be in Chinese and I can't understand Chinese, so there's no point in me being on the voice comms. Here we go. Oops, slight miscalculation on the rune expenditure at the start there. Summon the ghoul. I have this curse on me. It's not good. Forgot to use Lionheart earlier. Cursed still? Okay, no more curse. Good. Number 11. Alright. Alright. I knew we were going to struggle in this group. I knew it was going to be a struggle. Okay, Conqueror, Volatile Power, Heavy Dark Iron Ring. Okay, don't need any of that. Oh, we're moving. We're moving. Okay. Seems like Unholy is stronger than Frost. Well, in this raid, the Unholy Death Knight is doing way more damage than me. But I've been in other raids where I did way more damage than the Unholy Death Knight. What I think we can infer from this is definitely that this player in the red ogre suit is way better at Death Knight than I am. That's for sure. Alright, we'll do another pre-pull Army of the Dead. This one should be a bit simpler. There's no, like, multiple mobs that I have to worry about. Alright, almost time for Unbreakable Armor again. Got it. No! I was feared right when I needed to refresh my diseases. No, and then they fell off. Alright, so that basically cost us 1 obliterate usage that I didn't get to refresh my diseases there. Not the end of the world, but unlucky. Because since I didn't refresh the diseases, I had to manually reapply them, which consumes the same runes that could have been sent towards a obliterate. Not bad. Number 7 that time. Alright, anything good? Earthshaker. Conqueror. Oh, the medallion. Yo, we want that. This happens to be, like, it's tank statted with defense and dodge, but, like, it actually works out to be, like, aside from the legendary necklace, it's also the best strength DPS necklace I can get. So, considering I'm almost certainly not going to get the legendary necklace on this character, this is what we want. Earthshaker, that would just be funny to have for my tanking build, like, big, fat two-hander. But not really an important item by any means. Belt of the Conqueror. We want Vanquisher tokens. They won't do any of the loot bidding until the very end, so we'll know the, like, grand total, all the different items that drop, before we start bidding on stuff. Just throw a red gem in the slot. Yeah, just huge amount of strength on that piece. And it has some hit chance on it, too. You know, the defense and the dodge are, you know, not valuable, you know, worthless stats for me as a DPS character, but the hit chance is okay. How would you rate Chinese Season of Discovery? Asked Burger Phil. I'm having a good time. You know, it's early in the server, so, like, I haven't experienced most of what is to offer, because no one has, because, you know, we have one phase worth of raids. I would say I like it, but, you know, I still think SOD is probably... Season of Discovery is probably the best classic product Blizzard has made, you know, since they started making classic products. You know, time will tell. Maybe Titan Reforge turns out to be better as we get into more of the expansion, or the server, the season? I don't know what you call it. There was a Vank token on there. Okay. Yeah, we could go... We already have the Bracer... the belt is better than what I have right now if we get the Vanquisher belt, but ideally we want to get the Onslaught Girdle instead of the Tier belt. Onslaught Girdle comes from Ragnaros. I probably bought... Oh, no, there's dog over here. Yeah, we gotta get dog. Trying to have my runes powered up as death runes, these left two, powered up as death runes before we go into the boss. Because then I don't have to, like, transmute them into death runes during the boss. I can have a slightly better opener. Alright, here we are. All my buffs are looking good. Let me refresh Horn of Winter. And then I just want to sit here ready to cast my Army of the Dead at the right time. And we're going to pre-potion a free action potion. Because these two ads, they just spam stuns on everyone. So you really, really, really want to have free action potion to be immune to the stuns. 10, 9... Army of the Dead time. 4, 3, 2. There we go. As long as there's at least 3 enemies, I want to prioritize Owling Blast over Obliterate. Here come the stuns. Now there's only 2 enemies, so it's back to obliterate priority. Stunned again. Rip. That's just how it goes. We're moving. Okay. Moving back. Obliterate with a blood tap to reactivate those purple runes. Moving again. Number 10. Alright, that was better than the last 3 target boss. We were number 11 on the last 3 target guy. Hand of Gehennas' quest item. Vanquisher Belt. Double Vanquisher Belt. Was the item from before a Vanquisher Belt you were telling me off of Magmadar? I have a list that I could check in the game. There's like an add-on that tracks it. However, I'm busy hitting the mobs. I'm doing my damage. Is blood the DPS stance? Yes, blood is for DPS, frost is for tanking. Sometimes unholy presence is for DPS, but usually it's just blood. So, next boss up here, Garr. This drops the only weapon I care about in this place, Brutality Blade. Which would be really, you know, that's one of my 2 best-in-slot weapons for the phase. So it'd be a huge deal to go from some random blue item up to Brutality Blade. We were trying to get the Empyrean Demolisher from Kha'Zix earlier, but unlucky, it did not drop. See, are they pulling one more from the tunnel? What's the deal? Oh, there's one more in the middle. There's the tunnel one. He's coming. Tunnel dog? Then Garr. This one we maybe don't want to Army of the Dead. They might want to position them differently. The raid lockout, it's once a week for each of the raids and for the world bosses. Once a week, so standard, just like we're used to on the North America servers. Army of the Dead can cause problems with the positioning. So we might want to save the army until after the mobs are properly positioned, then pop off with the Army of the Dead. The other bosses with ads, it didn't matter so much, but this boss, it matters a lot more. Is it a big army? So the other Death Knight, I think, is asking whether or not they should army. I'm assuming I should not. Bye-bye, Millie. This kind of happens to me every time I try to do this, and it's my own damn fault for not looking at the health of the ads. So the ads, they die, when they die, they explode. And since we did so much AoE damage, they kind of all exploded at once. You see, we had 4 melee damage dealers die instantly. Eruption, 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 triple. This guy survived till a 3rd eruption. Then the tank died 3 seconds after him. Yeah, you know, I don't know exactly what to do about that. I mean, like, I could have anti-magic shelled, but that would only absorb, like, 9,000 damage. Really, the answer is I've got to move, I've got to notice when they're about to die, and I've got to move away. Anyways, we didn't Army of the Dead on this boss. We didn't get to that point. Oh shit, I'm getting rezzed. Why are they rezzing me? I'm not very good on this character. Alright, I won't ask any more questions. We'll take this opportunity to do any more damage we possibly can. Also, we could probably Army of the Dead now. Let's hit it. Oh, my disease is gonna fade. It's fine. I was not quite timed correctly for the Empower rune weapon. I actually had Obliterate runes available when I hit the Empower. So I should have just delayed it till like the next cycle of runes when it was set up better. Dual summon, Obliterate. Obliterate. Come on, show me the Brute Blade that I definitely didn't deserve because I died like an idiot. Yikes. No Brutality Blade, no Empyrean Demolisher this week, no new weapons for Simonizer the Death Knight. Okay. No gambling, Sag. You know what? We do need a stream prediction. We need a stream prediction for whether or not the legendary necklace will drop. Will the legendary necklace drop? Question mark, question mark, question mark. 30 minutes on the clock. That's next boss. Next boss is Baron Geddon. Can potentially drop the legendary necklace. Please open DK tier set. Well, I gotta keep up with the group. I will, maybe I can do that. Conqueror, wait, hang on. Tier 1 sets. There. This is what we've got. Helm of the North, Shoulders of the North, Battle Plate of the North, Van Braces, gloves, belt, legs, and boots. Level 80 version of MC. Yeah, that's exactly what this is. These mobs are level 80. They drop loot relevant for level 80 characters. Well, sometimes they do. Other times they drop caster loot, and no one cares about caster loot, let's be honest. Okay, I'm stunned here. This is... Yep, we're dead. Stunned and dead. Unlucky. All right, we had a good run up until Garr, and now the juju is off. It's we got bad juju now. It's basically over. Everything clearly is going to suck from here on out. All right, wait, no, we probably only died there because I didn't have my consumable buffs active. Just refresh the consumable buffs and then everything will be fine. Flask, sharpened stone, food buff, perfect. Backing off from Baron Geddon here. We're going in for the next, pulling that pack. Then after this trash pack, it'll probably be Baron Geddon next. Preemptive anti-magic shell. Just preventative measure there. in case one of them decides to fire blossom my ass. We ready to go here? Ooh, that extract might be available. It's gonna have to go a little early. Hang on. I need to do this. I wasn't ready. Oh my god, I almost died. Back in. Run, 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 run. Okay, we're good. Got the disease refresh. Nice. Safe. Back in. Diseases up. Power rune weapon activated. Oh, jeez. Doing that again. Seemed pretty quick. Come on. Boss is destroyed. Prediction is closed for Legendary Necklace. What do we got? Nope. Ooh, Flame Guards, though. Flame Guards are good. We want those. Believe these are better than these. Probably kind of more in the side grade territory, I would guess. But they are on the BIS list, so good enough. Crit Armor Pen instead of Crit Expertise. I guess it depends how much expertise we end up on all the other pieces. Right now, I would love to have, you know, closer to expertise cap. Alright, Legendary Necklace did not drop. What's the question mark spam here? Something go wrong? Alright, whatever. Shazzrah coming up next. Oh, we just going from here. I think they're focusing boss next. Oh, did I show all the gear? I think I may not have shown my gear at the start of the raid. Okay, so this will be here. Here's the gear. Reaper of Dark Souls, Sigil. Here, maybe I did. But I'm kind of thinking maybe I didn't. Whatever, there's all the gear we're working with. Army. Okay. Boss is almost dead. Not bad. Number 6. Looking good. Hand of Shazzrah. Conqueror, Protector, Shoulder. Oh, dude. We need Vanquisher Shoulder. Oh, my God. Is it possible for the sword to miss? Oh, you mean the Arms Warrior? The giant sword spinning around? No, it's impossible for that to miss. It's too large. ED just went for 4,800 and to a pally, which I didn't even know they wanted. I think it's for a tank weapon, like a one-handed weapon for a protection paladin, I think is the angle there, PDX Uzi. I wish I could see an Empyrean Demolisher drop on my Death Knight. That would be good. I'm gonna back away because I don't want to get fire blossomed and killed. I'm very scared of these lava packs. They just kill you out of nowhere with fire blossom and stuns and fire on the ground and all that stuff. Preemptive anti-magic shell so I don't die. That's really what it probably takes on these packs is to have that preemptive anti-magic shell. And then get out of danger before the anti-magic shell goes away. Alright, Sulfuron Harbinger next. I think we get another round of chances for shoulder tokens off of Sulfuron. And then we'll get our last hand of the enemy for the quest that gives us a nice epic ring also. Sulfuron hand is the last one. Ooh, we'll also have to find out which target we're supposed to interrupt. Let me see. Let me get my translator. Which target should I interrupt? Oh my god. Which target should I interrupt? Translate to simplified Chinese. Alright. I got the copy paste. When we finish this trash pack, I'll ask. Everything will be good, probably. Alright, buffs. Looking good. Now run that back through the translator. I mean, hopefully it translated okay. Which target? Yeah, I mean, according to ChatGPT, it translated properly. X. I was whispered X. Alright, that's our target. Cross. One guy whispered me X, another guy whispered me cross. Okay. Alright, so I think we want to throw a Death and Decay down near the start. There's going to be a lot going on. My target's going to move around a lot. I got to look out for the interrupt. I have to hit my AoEs, spread my diseases, and I have to do my Army of the Dead here. So we got a lot to pay attention to. 12 seconds, 11 seconds, 10, 9, Army. Move up a little bit. 3, 2, 1. Nope. I'm pushed out of range. Interrupted. Good. Got it. Oh, my target is dead. Oopsie, screwed up the runes a little bit there. Okay, now we're good. We're into the clear. Jesus, I'm not even on the meter at all. But I did get my interrupts, guys. I may not be on the damage meter, but I did my part. I got the interrupts. I did not fail to interrupt. Alright, that was not good performance. Crown of the Conqueror. Protect. Wait, there's not another shoulder token? Oh my god, I thought there was another boss with shoulder tokens. We're screwed. No shoulder token. Alright. Shadow Strike. I don't care about that. Robe of Volatile Power. Don't care about that. I think I made it. I actually realized something. I think I made a mistake. I think I've been pressing the wrong keybind for Unbreakable Armor. I have Shift F for just Unbreakable Armor, and I have Shift R for Unbreakable Armor plus Trinket Activation plus, you know, all my other cooldowns, which, you know, I'm supposed to use Shift R for the bosses and Shift F on trash. I think I've been pressing Shift F the whole time. So, a little bit awkward. Probably didn't activate Incisor Fragment as many times as I should have. Alright, this one we don't want to preemptively army because we don't want to accidentally aggro the stuff on the side. We will army during the fight, though. Once everything's in position. What's with the hats, bro? I don't know, people just like it when I wear hats, so then I keep wearing hats. Not really much to it. Seven, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. This is a good army. Please don't aggro the extra stuff behind me. Good. Cool summon. Oh, we're actually on the damage meter this time. Okay. I'll take it. Number 10 right now. Dulao with a change hat request. I can do that really quick. Good. Hat changed. DPS maintained. Wait, no, I'm number 11. DPS suffered due to the hat change, but it's worth it. Okay. Almost at the end. Got him. 11. We're on the meter, technically. Crown of the Conqueror. Wait, what dropped? Leggings of Protector, Crown of Conqueror, Magma Tempered Boots, Staff of Dominance. Okay, I don't totally remember everything that's dropped. I know a few good things have dropped for me. And I know Brutality Blade didn't drop, which is like the most important item out of Molten Core for me. How are you finding these Chinese servers? I'm finding them pretty fun. I'm pretty happy that I'm playing here, you know. They're good, having a good time. You know, some really exciting, like, class changes that I'm, you know, excited to play with. You know, they announced some big Subtlety Rogue changes that'll be coming in a little under 2 weeks. Super stoked to play with those and try out the new version of Subtlety Rogue they cooked up. Alright, hang on. I see those enchants on Stinkfist gear. I see it. Titan Steel Spellblade, Fell Striker. Stinkfist is almost certainly about to pop off. If he doesn't, like, randomly die to a bunch of Shadow Shocks, I know he knows what he's doing, and he's got the gear to do it. I think he's gonna crank a lot of damage on this fight. Rogue and Titan is godly, but TBC Rogue will be trash. Yeah. I'm gonna feel real bad playing TBC Rogue. You know, going back and forth from Titan Reforge Rogue to Burning Crusade Rogue. Once that comes out, it's gonna be like, oh my god, I have to play the Burning Crusade Rogue again. Burning Crusade Rogue is not very good. Let's see. Translation. What is the Death Knight saying? Can't this handle a large army before the... Can this handle a large army before the battle? Yes. Okay, yeah. So we'll pre-army, he'll pre-army. It'll be fine. Alright, here we go. 10, 9, Army of the Dead. 2, 1. Well, that was unlucky. Let's see how I died. Blast Wave, Shadow Bolt. Flame Waker, Healer. Well, that's... Oh, wait, I'm getting rezzed. Hang on, we gotta peep the damage meter from, Stinkfist owning. Wait, Stinkfist not totally owning, but mostly owning. Physical Reflection. I'm not trying to die twice on one fight. That would be embarrassing. Our potential to deal any damage is basically already gone because we died. Let's just make sure it's not embarrassing and dying twice. Play the last little bit of this. more on the safe side. Ah, shit, healer got full healed. Spell Reflection is active, waiting for that to go down before I Plague Strike. I think Plague Strike could get reflected. I'm not totally sure. Rip. Okay. What are we getting off of this? I mean, clearly not good damage output. Clearly that's not what we're getting. Ragnaros time now. Someone will stick behind and loot the chest, and we'll see. Dark iron ore. 5 minutes on the flask. Probably have to refresh it for Ragnaros. Ooh, I can go Unholy Presence for bonus move speed while we run all the way back to Ragnaros. Oh, let's see. Conqueror leggings, Protector leggings, Core Hound Tooth. Okay, I still need this on my rogue, but don't need it on the Death Knight, that's for sure. Ancient Rune Etched Staff, that's for the Hunters. Alright, so nothing too exciting off of Majordomo. We can Gamba for... Do you want to Gamba for the Legendary off of Ragnaros? Which I don't care about, but it's a Legendary. Or the Onslaught Girdle, which I do care about, but isn't Legendary. What do you guys want to do for stream prediction? Any opinions? Girdle? Okay. This is the Titan server in China. Yes, it is. Yeah. That's exactly what we're doing. Alright, back to this one. Stream prediction. Start prediction. Will the onslaught girdle drop? Alright, prediction's up. Jump. Alright, one more stupid little trash mob, then it's Ragnaros time. How's weapon durability? 53, 58? That's probably totally fine. Oh, repair bot. Okay, nice. Got all of our hands, so we can turn those in. I don't think it shows the quest reward. Yeah, you turn this in, then you get an immediate follow-up that gives you a nice epic ring. Maybe one of the other people has the epic ring I could show you guys. No, not this person. Maybe this person has it? Yeah, this is it. Ocean's Breeze. 27 agility, socket, hit chance, and attack power. How goes the Molten Core? Well, a few people, or a few items dropped that were good, but no Brutality Blade. We're about to get an Onslaught Girdle for sure. So that'll be great. And then I'll be able to pick up, you know, Onslaught Girdle plus like a chest token is probably going to drop off Ragnaros to get that too. Then everything will be good. Yeah. Titan 2. Yeah, Zalbiel. It's a PvP 2 server. Copium, I see. Yeah, also, Kuja, we're playing with people who are like actually good, which means my mediocre Death Knight performance doesn't look nearly as good in comparison. Okay? When I join random groups, I'm way closer to the top of the meter. When I join a group like this with players who are actually good, number 11. Is this like a GDKP server, or how's the loot work usually? You don't have to do GDKP, but the majority of groups that form here are GDKP groups. That's a very popular loot format for the Chinese servers. That's what the players like to do. No bonus cut for you. Lucky for me, this raid group in particular does not award bonus payouts for top damage dealers. What asks, is that your real hair? No, this is a giant Russian fur hat. Alright, we got food buff, sharpen weapons, flask of endless rage. Got this. Oh shit, I don't have fortitude. I think it might be too late to get fortitude. Alright, prediction is up for Onslaught Girdle. That's a big item I want to see drop off of this guy. Oh, now I've got fortitude. Let's go. Invaded your sanctum and seek to steal your secrets. Okay. Justice shall be met indeed. Okay, bro. Settle down. Alright, we chillin'. Gonna save the Army of the Dead for the submerge phase. Assuming there is a submerge phase. You know, if we super crank, there might not be, but I'm gonna assume there will be a submerge phase. Guys backing out of melee range. They got no faith in our tanks. Oh my god. That was perfect timing for me to talk about not backing out of melee range. Look, last time I did this with this group, we didn't back out of melee range at all. It was just like we had good, you know, the tank coverage was strong and, diversified, so it was good. And this time, not as good, I guess. Unlucky. Loot first? No, that's illegal. You can't loot first. Yeet. Man, we had a couple of good bosses. And then we kind of sucked on the other ones. Tasting the flames of Sulfuron right now. Oh, shit, my health is low. Okay, we're back in. Oh, we're out. Something... We're really getting knocked around a whole lot. Big submerge. Alright, we can do an Army of the Dead over here. Alright, they're all dead already. Okay, nice. Back to Ragnaros. 26%. I'm gonna stand where the Arms Warrior's standing. I think. Yeah, whatever. Our damage output is scuffed on this attempt, no matter what. Resisted the pestilence that would have refreshed the diseases, of course. Come on, Onslaught Girdle. Show me the Onslaught. Oh my god, I'm gonna... Okay, land right here. That's fine. That's fine. That was not my fault, you guys. That one was not my fault, okay? That was not my fault. The death at the end, that was just unlucky, man. It was just unlucky. Okay? Floor spec? Okay, well, look, I played with them yesterday. They know that I can do good damage if I'm playing a rogue. Eye of Sulfuras. Oh shit, I just fell in the lava because I was looking at the loot. Breastplate of the Protector, Bandit. That's some crazy Ragnaros loot. None of it is a Vanquisher chest token. Alright. Okay. That's a legendary. Maybe we get a good payout. Even for being not very good. I'm pretty sure I'm doing more damage than the tanks. That's the requirement for a damage dealer. That you need to do more damage than the tanks. And I think I passed that threshold. Maybe not on this fight. Well, we only barely passed it on this fight. On most fights, we were well ahead of the tanks. You see tanks down here. These two, I'm up here. This is Gehennas. Greek would tax that cut. Okay, listen. Listen. That's fine. Don't worry. They're not gonna screw me on this one. Vanquisher bindings, I do not need those. Vanquisher belt, I will go for that. There's 2 Vank belts. Ooh, let's go. Verdungo's Barbarian Cord. Let's see, who is the raid leader? Paladin? This person. Okay, this is the bidding part. We're looking for Vanquisher tokens that we need, and I think that's the only thing that, I don't think anything else good dropped. Alright, do a little trade. 500. Is this the correct person? Yeah, I think that's the correct person. Trade 5-5, not 5-1. Oh, I see. Not the person doing the... Okay, let me look at this. A bunch of stuff just went up. Protector, 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 protector. Okay, none of this. Okay, yeah, I see. I see. Okay, we're... The person doing the auctions is not the person holding the loot. Okay, there we go. Got it. Alright, we got Vanquisher Belt for minimum bid. I love cheap gear. I'm kind of curious, you know, how's this Eye of Sulfuras gonna go? Is this gonna go crazy high? We saw an Eye of Sulfuras in one of my other groups. It sold for 26,000 gold. It is not relevant for my character. I won't be trying to bid on it. You know, Frost Death Knight is a dual wielding class. So I need one-handed weapons. Yeah, I can't remember if we got any other Vanquisher pieces I care about. Oh, we did get the Medallion of Steadfast Might. I remember that. That was from Magmadar. That's a necklace I want. And if that Acuria goes cheap, we could get the Acuria too. You know, Acuria is a good ring for this character. Looks like they're doing most of the tier pieces first. Might be cool later. You can consistently upgrade the Hand of Ragnaros. Yeah, but like Frost Death Knight and Unholy Death Knight, like the two damage dealer builds for Death Knight, neither of them use two-handed weapons, so it kind of just doesn't apply. Alright. Conqueror, 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 Conqueror. Dude, I should have brought my Death Knight to yesterday's run and my Rogue to this run. All the Rogue stuff's dropping in this raid. What class has a giant spinning sword animation? That's Arms Warriors. They took Bladestorm and they made it better by making the weapon 10 times its normal size whenever you Bladestorm. Oh, I did get Perdition's Blade. I forgot about the Perdition's Blade. Yeah, right. Yeah. Actually, no, it wasn't yesterday's run. My alt rogue was in the run 2 days ago, where barely any Conqueror dropped, and it was lame, and I just needed a bunch of tier tokens, so, you know, no Conqueror dropping was, ugh. I like this Magmadar damage meter because it doesn't make me look as bad. Alright, here it is. This is Eye of Sulfuras. 5,000? Surely someone's paying more than 5,000 gold for this. 5.5? 6? We got a Shaman going for it and a Paladin. 7. Wait, this is gonna go... It seems to me like this is gonna go super cheap. Is that for real? 8,000? This is crazy cheap. I mean, it's so cheap that I could literally bid on it. Oh, wait, no, not anymore. Not anymore, I can't. Okay, 10k. Staff of Dominance, Sorceress Dagger. Don't need either of those. 30k at least? I mean, doesn't seem like there's a lot of activity on it. It's at 10 right now. There's at least 2 different Paladins have bid on it, and the Super Key Shaman. Last week, both parts went for combined 20. That's pretty cheap then. Earthshaker. Yeah, okay. I don't actually care about getting Earthshaker for my tank build. We didn't get a Sulfuron ingot. Bid 20k and soak the YouTube comments. Oh, I don't have 20k. It's out of my range. This is all of my gold. OEB, Obsidian Edged Blade. That would be, I mean, if I wanted a two-handed weapon, that'd be a good weapon to pick up. Eye of Sulfuras at 16,000. Auction successful. 16,000 Eye of Sulfuras. That is 10,000 less gold than it went for last time I saw it drop. This is the second time I've seen it drop. Cheap, yeah. Maybe, I mean, look, if the legendaries go cheap, like maybe this is a raid where, you know, in a couple of weeks I could afford a legendary necklace on my rogue. Oh, medallion. Yo, let's go. Heavy dark iron ring. Oh, a bunch of people want this medallion. 3 different bidders so far, at least. 800. I'll go 1k. I don't know if I want to go too much higher. I have to think about it. 1k medallion. Triple robe of volatile power. That's a lot of volatile power. Legendary. There's a legendary necklace. Yeah. It's the Talisman of the Binding Shard. Drops from Baron Geddon. Alright, we got the necklace. That's good. 1,000. There we go. Yeah, and they made it so... Does it do anything special? Yeah, the legendary necklace is pretty special. Baron Geddon, Talisman of the Binding Shard. So, it's got this effect. When it drops as this version. Defense, expertise, strength, stamina. It drops as the tank neck version. But it has this on-use function that says, attune the talisman to the wind, and it changes it into this version. Attune it to the rain, and it changes it into this. And attune it to the lightning, and it changes into this. And then attune it to the thunder, and it goes back to that. So there's a version of the legendary necklace that's good for every build. And it can be upgraded throughout the phases. Oh, here's Band of Acuria. I almost forgot about that. To be relevant for the remainder of the game, basically. So the rogue one would be this one. 2,000 Band of Acuria. I think I'm out. I spent 1,500 already. We gotta be a bit conservative here. We got a good necklace and we got a good belt token. I think we're gonna be out at this point. Oh, flame guards. Wait, I forgot about those also. Okay, 300 flame guards. Might be able to pick those up at minimum. And that's how they work. The upgrading is something they do with all the legendaries in this version of the game. So if you get a legendary, you can reasonably expect it's going to be relevant for your character for the whole rest of the, you know, version. Flame guards, 300. 4,000 Acuria, Stinkfist leading the bid. Rogue Brother. What's he replacing? Ocean's Breeze. Yeah, probably. 4,000 Stinkfist. 3, 2, 1. Sold. Alright, so this was actually a 1,800 gold spend. Conqueror, Whorehound, Staff of Dominance. I think they're relisting stuff that didn't sell before. Got some good things. This glove is more of like a side grade compared to the tier gloves that I have. Like, I definitely won't use it right now, but I will probably use it when I get the rest of my gear. So picking it up for almost nothing, 300, is definitely good. Yeah, that Eye of Sulfuras, it just didn't go for as much as I thought it would, you know, based on what I saw the last one go for. You know, only 16,000. They do 80-20 cut in China server also? No, I don't believe there's a host cut taken out. There's a couple bonuses for, like, tanks and healers get a flat bonus, and, like, if you play combat rogue and you do expose armor and savage combat, then you get a little bonus for providing that, and demonology warlocks get a bonus for providing their, like, raid buff. Like, if you play a spec that's bad but provides a raid buff, you typically get a bonus. So a few flat bonuses, and then the rest is just even distribution. That's how most of the groups go, and I'm pretty sure it's how this one goes too. Core Houndtooth, Heavy Dark Iron Ring, Magma Tempered Boots. Magma Tempered Boots. Do I want this Dark Iron Ring, actually? 41 Strength? Wait, hang on. Let me see. That seems like that's probably better than one of my shit rings. Agility rings? No, probably not. We're gonna go get the Ocean's Breeze, and that's probably gonna be good. McFisty says they hotfixed it with a super high drop rate so it won't be too expensive anymore. What, you mean the legendary? Is that what you mean? What are you talking about giving a higher drop rate? Yeah, the eye. Oh, damn, okay. Hopefully they made the necklace higher drop rate also. Necklace is what I care about. I want the legendaries for everyone. I want my participation trophy, okay? Drop rate of items on the Titan server has been increased. Okay. I'd say this was a pretty good raid. This, and this. We completed our Hands of the Enemy quest, and tomorrow I'll be able to turn in the Chaos deck. So we'll have, when we raid on this character next, we'll have a trinket upgrade, a necklace upgrade, we'll have activated our 4-piece bonus, and we'll get a ring upgrade from this quest. So that's a pretty big come up. 4-piece bonus on our tier set is increases damage dealt by Death Coil and Frost Strike by 5%. And if we look at a boss that's like actually a good boss, we can see Frost Strike accounts for about 20.7% of my overall damage output. So 5% bonus on, you know, 20% of my damage output. That's about a 1% overall damage bonus. So not a crazy set bonus, but it's something. Let's see. Here's the like bill, the list of everything that's sold and what the payouts will be. Couple items selling. Simonizer 1,000 for the necklace. 500 for a belt. 300 for a glove. And it looks like 1760 is the payout. So that's actually almost a clean, even, you know, we lost 40 gold and we got 3 items. You know, because I spent 1,000 plus 500 plus 300. So it was a 1,800 spend with a 1,760 payout. So almost exactly even, and we walked out with items. That's great. Kuja says, God, I miss GDKP. I hate this game. Give me GDKP for TBC. You know, on the anniversary servers, there's apparently a lot of workarounds for GDKPs that they just allow. Like Black Lotus DKP. That's like basically the same thing. But there have been like guilds running that system for a long time. Payout. Let's go. Alright. Thank you for inviting me to the group. Sorry, my Death Knight is not very good. Translate. Oh, what's Stinkfist trying to say? Stinkfist walked out with the Acuria for 4,000. That's a big up for Stinkfist. Stinkfist is saying, thank you for your hospitality. Everything went smoothly. Yeah, it's always nice to be friendly at the end of the raid. Say everything's good, you know, assuming it was good, which it was. This warrior says, it's okay, it's nothing. Yeah, this seems like a swell group of folks, and I'm happy to be included in their group. So I think I'll sign up at least 1, maybe 2 characters next week. Maybe we send the Death Knight back to Guest Gamers Raid or a random pug group. We'll see what is available scheduling-wise.